student and all my viewers, welcome once again to my YouTube chemistry channel, Amazing Chemistry Classes. I'm your friend and educator, Dr. Rohit Chakravarti, Senior Scientist by Profile. Welcome you once again. So let's start the topic chemical bonding. This is the lecture number 2. So today we are going to discuss about the formation of ionic bond and covalent bond and few more topics of chemical bonding chapter. So let's start this video. So what are ionic bonded? As I discussed in my first video that there are two types of majorly bond formation. One is ionic and second is covalent. So in ionic there will always be a donation or accepting of electron. One element or one atom will lose one electron and the second will gain one electron. This kind of bond formation is known as ionic bond. Now let me read out the definitions and few points, important points of ionic bond. It is formed between atoms of metal and non-metal with a very different electronegativity. Very correct statement. Bond formed by transfer of electron produce charged ions, all states conductors and have high melting points. Example is NaCl, CaCl2 and potassium oxide. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया था, there will always be a tendency that one metal will lose and the non-metal will accept. Then only ionic bond will form. As I have given an example, आप लोगों के एग्जाम्पल मैंने सोडियम क्लोराइड कैल्शियम क्लोराइड का एग्जाम्पल दिया है. इनमें आप देख सकते हैं एक हमारा मेटल है, दूसरा नॉन मेटल है. सो मेटल विल ऑलवेज हैव अ टेंडेंसी टू लूज वन इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड द नॉन मेटल विल ऑलवेज हैव अ टेंडेंसी टू गेन इलेक्ट्रॉन. As the metal belongs to group number 1, 2 and 3, so if it is group number 1 element or group number 1 metal, it will lose one electron. If I talk about group number 2 metal, then it will lose 2 electron. And similarly, if we talk about group number 13, then it will lose 3 electron. Similarly, different non-metals like belonging to group number 15, 16, 17, they are having the tendency accordingly. They can accept 1 electron, 2 electrons, 3 electrons. Okay, so this is how the bond formation through ionic. As you guys can see, I have made up this video to make you how the bond form between, you can see sodium ion and a chloride ion. Sodium ion will lose because it is having one positive charge, so it will lose one electron, and chloride ion will accept one electron. So there is a electrostatic attraction between the two ions because sodium is having the positive charge over it and the chloride will have a negative charge because sodium is a metal and chloride ion is a non-metal. So on one side sodium will lose the electron, as it is a metal, it is having tendency to lose the electron. It becomes Na positive and Cl negative will accept one electron to become stable, and the total compound formation, there is an electrostatic attraction between the two and hence result in the formation of sodium chloride. Now talking about ionic bonds, one big a greedy thief dog like sodium and chloride, there is ionic formation. In this way you can say, because chloride will always have a tendency to accept the electron and sodium will lose the electron and hence result in the formation of sodium chloride. Here you can see through this electron dot structure also you can see the diagram and you can understand how the bond formation between the two metal and between the metal and a non-metal, that is sodium chloride. So ionic bond, that is electron from sodium is transferred to chloride and this causes a charge imbalance in each atom. The sodium becomes sodium positive and the chloride ion become chloride negative charge particle ions. Sodium will lose one electron and chloride ion will accept one electron. So what happens? Sodium metal gets converted into ionic form. So there is electron transfer in the formation of ions. Sodium becomes sodium positive, Na positive and chloride becomes Cl negative. This is the formation of an ionic bond. Similarly, if we talk about Cl2 molecule, here what happens, you can see there is a sharing of electron and the formation of a molecule. This kind of sharing of electron is known as covalent bonding. So this is how you can differentiate between an ionic bond and a covalent bond. In covalent bond there will always be a sharing of electron and both the element get satisfied in terms of their octet get completed. Now talking about covalent bond, the bond formed by the sharing of electron are known as covalent bond, and the various points of covalent bond which you guys need to remember always. that it will form between non-metallic element of similar electronegativity like O2 molecule, Cl2, N2. So these are all examples of covalent bonding. Secondly, it formed by sharing of electron pairs. Thirdly, the stable non-ionizing particles, they are conductors at any state. Examples as I have given you, like O2, CO2, water molecules, silicon carbide, C2H6, that is your ethane. As you guys can see, here you can see two elements, they come closer to each other and they share the electron. This is the formation of covalent bonding. This is how covalent bonds get formed. A wonderful pictorial presentation. Now talking about few more examples of covalent bond, like I told you, oxygen molecule, oxygen gas O2, nitrogen gas N2. You guys can see that there is a share until octet is complete. So double bond, two pair of electrons, they share the electrons and become, their octet become completed. In oxygen O2 there are two double bond, in nitrogen N2 there are triple bond and result in the formation of O2 molecule and N2 molecule. Now talking about some more sharing electrons, like NH4 ammonium ion. So NH3, when it accepts one electron, it become NH4 positive, because nitrogen is having tendency to accept maximum 3 electron. But what happen if one more hydrogen comes, then there will be a positive charge over the molecule. So normal covalent bond, each atom supplies an electron. And there is a coordinate covalent bond, the pair of electron from the same atom. If there is one extra hydrogen atom comes to this ammonium ion, so it will become NH4 positive. So comparison of bonding types, ionic and covalent. So in ionic, as I told you, there is a transfer of electron, whereas in covalent there is a sharing of electron. So in ionic compounds, molten salts can only conduct heat and electricity, and they are having generally a very high melting point, whereas if we talk about covalent compounds, they are non-conductive and they share the electrons and they are having low melting point. If we talk about ionization energy, that is greater than 1.7 in ions, and in covalent it is less than 1.7. Now there are two type of covalent bonds, non-polar covalent bonds and polar covalent bonds. So what are non-polar covalent bonds? When electrons are shared equally, like in hydrogen or chlorine gas. So two atoms share one or more pair of outer shell electrons, as I have given example of O2 molecule. Here you can see they are sharing equal number of electrons. Similarly, polar covalent bond, when electrons are shared but shared unequally, like in water molecules. So polar covalent bond, unevenly matched but willing to share. Here I have given an example of hydrogen fluoride HF, because hydrogen is having only one electron, whereas fluorine is having 7 electrons to accept one electron. So there will be a polar covalent bonding. Let me brief you about the water molecule. You can see oxygen is electronegative and hydrogen is electropositive. So how there is a bond formation, the two hydrogen will share the electron with oxygen. So water is a polar molecule because oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen, and therefore electrons are pulled closer to the oxygen, because oxygen is very highly electronegative whereas hydrogen is electropositive. So electron pull will be there बाय द ऑक्सीजन. तो ऑक्सीजन की तरफ से इलेक्ट्रॉन पुल होगा बच्चों. यही मज़े की बात है. इसमें अगर हम बात करेंगे कि कैसे बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है, ऑक्सीजन के पास जो 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसको 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन और चाहिए, तो वो हाइड्रोजन के साथ पुल करेगा and hence result in the formation of water molecule. And as we know, water is a polar molecule because there is a difference in the electronegativity between the hydrogen and oxygen. Here you can see there is a question that is the sharing of electron in molecules always equal, that is delta En is equal to 0, 0.3, 0.6, 0.91, 1.2. Which element is more electronegative? So you can see here from here that there is a trend of increasing polarity of bond towards downside, and on the left hand side there are non-polar bond formation. So direction of electron migration from left hand side to right hand side. Here you can see there are certain molecular shapes and molecular polarity has been discussed in few molecules. If I talk about CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride, boron fluoride, then your NH3 molecules and HCl. Why there is a polarity and there is a non-polar? Because when there is a difference in the electronegativity between the two elements, if I talk about nitrogen and hydrogen, you guys can see that there is a big difference of electronegativity between nitrogen and hydrogen, so the bonds are polar. Similarly, if we talk about carbon tetrachloride CCl4, there is a sharing of electron, so it is a non-polar molecule. Similarly, BF3, it is non-polar. And if I talk about HCl is a polar molecule because there is a bond formation between hydrogen and chlorine. So Lewis representation of simple molecule, that is the Lewis structure. So Lewis dot structure provides a picture of bonding in molecules and ions in terms of the shared pair of electron and the octet rule. So basically लुइस का रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या था बच्चों, आप लोगों ने समझ लिया होगा. इसमें लुइस ने इलेक्ट्रॉन डॉट स्ट्रक्चर दिया, उसमें किस तरह से हमारा बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन होता है बाय शेयरिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, इसमें वही प्रेजेंट किया जाता है, और ऑक्टेट कंप्लीशन. Now let's talk about the limitation of octet rule. The incomplete octet of central atom. कुछ compounds है जिनमें हमारा octet complete नहीं होता, but even then these molecule exist in so an odd number of electron molecules like nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and they does not satisfy the octet rule. And there are certain other you can say limitations, or you can say some other drawbacks of this octet rule, that there are certain compounds which are expanded the octet, like phosphorus pentafluoride, SF6 molecule, which are having 10 and 12 electron respectively. So these are certain limitations. Now talking about the violation of octet rule, usually occurs with boron and element of higher periods. Commonly exceptions are there. You guys can see that is boron trifluoride and sulfur tetrafluoride. So these are some exceptions which violates the octet rule. So now talking about the other drawbacks of the octet theory, the octet rule is based upon the chemical inertness of noble gases. However, some noble gases also combine with oxygen. जैसा कि मैंने आप लोगों को शुरू में ही बोला था, the compounds of group number 18, that is helium, neon, argon, heliarcus, xenon. So these are all noble gases and they are having stable configuration. Octet are complete. Even then they form compounds, that is they also form chemical bonding like xenon difluoride, krypton difluoride, xenon oxyfluoride. So this theory does not account for the shape of these molecules. So it does not explain the relative stability of the molecules, being totally silent about the energy of the molecules. So now in next video we are going to discuss about ionic or electrovalent bonds, and this is the formation of ionic compound would primarily depend upon the ease of formation of positive and negative ion from the respective neutral atoms. So the arrangement of the positive and negative ions in the solid, that is the lattice of the crystal compound. So बच्चों यहाँ तक हम लोगों ने काफ़ी सारे टॉपिक्स ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किए हैं, जिसमें हमने आयनिक और इलेक्ट्रोवेलेंट बॉन्ड भी अभी थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ में पढ़ लिया है. इसके अलावा आयनिक बॉन्ड, कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड, लिमिटेशन ऑफ ऑक्टेट रूल, लुईस डॉट स्ट्रक्चर. आई होप आप लोगों को सब समझ में आया होगा. इन केस यू हैव एनी डाउट यू गाइस कैन कमेंट एंड आई एम ऑलवेज देयर फॉर यू. जैसे कि मैंने आप लोगों को कहा है कि कोई केमिस्ट्री में बिल्कुल डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आई एम देयर विद यू. इन केस you have any questions, you can write down on my comment section, and do like, share and subscribe my channel. Basically this channel is for those students, those who cannot afford the tuitions. So I'm there for you, and my channel videos are 100% free. In case you have any doubt, you guys can write a mail to my mail ID. My mail ID is rht_chakravarty@yahoo.com. I'm always there for you. बच्चों, आप लोगों को किसी भी तरह की प्रॉब्लम है, कोई क्वेश्चंस नहीं समझ में आ रहा है केमिस्ट्री रिलेटेड, यू जस्ट राइट डाउन एंड आई विल प्रोवाइड द आंसर. So thank you so much for watching my video. Keep sharing and subscribe my channel.